Welcome to the Big Move Podcast, presented by Two Men in the Truck. I'm your host, Taylor Smith. And you know we had to get my boy Miles Davis, the guy you see on the social media videos, for the first episode of this epic podcast. Miles, how you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good. And yourself?
Good, brother. Thank you for joining the first episode, man.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
So, this is the first episode. Every episode, I'm going to ask, this is the question, all right? What was your big move in life?
Oh, my big move in life was probably joining the military.
Yeah.
Didn't have anything going on with my life. I made that big change and is opened my eyes to a lot of things and opened up a lot of doors for me as well.
And you're from El Paso.
Mm-hmm. Originally born in Virginia, but I'm El Pasoan at heart, and then I've been all around the world ever since.
What made you want to join the military?
Shoot. Honestly, I didn't have anything going on, to be 100% honest with you. I just wasn't doing anything in my life, and I decided to make a big change.
Do you correlate the military and moving kind of together? Because movers have to work as one, and as in the Army, you have to work as one. Does it kind of correlate a little bit?
100%. I don't think I'd be as good of a leader in my job here in a 2-minute truck, whether when I used to be on the trucks themselves or just in general working for this company and everything. I don't think I'd be as good of a leader without the military.
Right.
Because I think I'd just be just another guy without that leadership that I learned through the military.
Yeah, and that's a great segue. So tell the people, as a mover, obviously you've seen a lot of things and you go through the weather, the cold, the heat. As a mover, what do you remember? What was your first, oh, this is real? The moment, in sports, when you're a rookie in a sport, the NBA, NFL, they always ask these players, what was your welcome to the league moment? You know what I'm saying? So what was your welcome to moving moment as a mover?
That one's easy. It's my very first move as a driver. So of course, whenever you start off as a mover. You kind of get into it. Then you get trained to be a driver.
Right.
So my very first move, the driver I was with, really good driver, not the greatest mentor.
Right.
So once he was told hey, Miles is going to be with you, he's going to be doing the paperwork.
Training day.
Yeah, it's my training day, but it's the on the job training once I'm out there in the field. He left me hanging.
Really?
Because he's already rock and rolling, starting to take apart furniture, pat and wrap it, do the whole thing.
So he just
he just
did his own thing, didn't explain nothing to you?
No, so I was already trained up to this point, but this is my first time doing it live.
Right.
And I was forgetting things. I was like, hey, help me.
help me.
And it was the worst, not worst customer. I don't want to say anything bad about her,
right.
But she was definitely not a patient person. That's the best way I can explain it. She definitely wasn't patient, and it was definitely very rough.
You never forget your first time.
Oh yeah, no. I eventually got through it, but yeah, that was very, very rough, honestly.
And this was a house or apartment?
It was an apartment. It was a second floor apartment going to a third floor apartment, all stairs. Very first time.
Was it hot that day?
Yep. It was the beginning of that El Paso heat, so it's dry.
Oh, that's worse than San Antonio heat. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, do you remember? Obviously, the movers that go out of state. Do you remember what the longest trip you ever went to?
Hartsville, South Carolina, from El Paso. That was about 28 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, it's about 27, 28 hour trip and everything. That it was a small move. Right. It was a very, very small move. This woman was paying for her aunt to be moved out to Hartsville because she had no family out in El Paso. Mm-hmm. She was bedridden, had a caregiver. Her only friend was her caregiver.
Right.
And then so very small move, moved her all the way to Hartsville, South Carolina. We had that truck unloaded in 15 minutes. But the customer's the sweetest. The first thing she says once we show up there, hey, I'm ordering Subway. What do y'all want? We're like, oh, no, it's okay. And she's like, no, what do y'all want? I'm ordering footlongs, drinks, chips. Write it down.
Yeah.
So, of course, we are already done. And by the time the food, long before the food came, so we decided to take that moment to relax, talk to the customer, have some laughs and everything. It was a pretty cool experience.
Now, you enjoy knowing the customer story, or are you the type of mover you just want to get the job done, or do you want to know your customer? You know what I mean?
So a little bit in between.
Yeah.
So of course, because we're trying to move efficiently and everything like that, right? But I also do build rapport with the customer and everything. If I'm able to, if they're there and in the room and everything like that, I can multitask.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna be learning a little bit about you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna goof off with you a little bit, but I'm still pattern rapping. I'm still gonna kick butt on this move.
Right.
But if I have the opportunity to build that rapport, I will.
Right.
But if it's time to lock in, I'm locking in.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, knowing you for 3 months now, man, you are definitely a people person. So I understand where people connect with you a lot. Now with those long moves, right, out of state, do you stay up? Do you sing? How do you make? I need to know. Like, are you an energy drink type of guy? Because those are long trips.
Oh, I am an energy drink and karaoke. A lot of the times, like most drivers, like their co-pilot, their co-workers stay up with them, talk to them, everything like that.
Right.
That's cool. I'm cool with that.
Right.
But if they wanna take a little bit of a nap,
yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cranking up that radio. I'm like, hey, pop your headphones.
What you listening to?
I'm listening to everything. It just really depends on the mood.
Yeah.
So I start off with the energy with my metal music, and then I'll switch over to rap and everything. And then I'll go to karaoke, and then kind of just rinse and repeat. And then after a while, then I'll switch over to my audiobooks. I love my audiobooks.
But the thing is that gets me, your name is Miles Davis, but you don't like jazz.
I just say I don't like jazz.
Okay.
But I'm a metalhead.
Let's explain the name. When I first like Miles Davis, well, let's explain the name. Like, how did your mom come up with the name?
When she was a little girl, she had one of those little baby name books.
Yeah.
And she wanted a name that meant something strong. Mm-hmm. And ironically enough, Miles in a baby book, the way it's spelled with a Y means soldier.
Okay.
And it
soldier,
fast forward 22 years and become a soldier. So it's funny how that worked out.
But was she a Miles Davis fan?
Nope.
No,
not
wow.
at all. Not at all. She had heard of him, but she started hearing about him a lot more once I started going to school, and every single teacher, Miles Davis.
Yeah, he's legendary. He's like #1 jazz, like him and Louis Armstrong. So I was like, oh yeah, he's got jazz. Miles Davis. Man.
Oh yeah.
So as you're a mover, right? Mm-hmm. And how many years were you a mover?
I was on the trucks for about a year and a half.
Okay, year and a half. What is your specialty? People there's movers that are great rappers.
Everything.
Everything. You to go to move.
Oh yeah.
Huh? Okay.
Oh yeah. So with the previous franchise I was with, straight out the get go, after about a month and a half on the trucks and everything, the franchisee Juan started using me as an example to show at like the other people who've been there longer, like, hey, this guy is making money out here.
Yeah.
Because on the trucks, you're able to earn tips. It's never asked.
Right.
But it is appreciated, right? I was making tips like nobody's business.
And you weren't forcing it. You just being natural.
And he was talking about based off of credit card tips what I was getting.
Yeah.
So he asked me for permission first. He's like, do you mind if I talk about your money? I was like, sure. What do you mean?
Yeah.
He's like, don't worry. We had a company meeting and everything like that, and he had his dry erase board. He's like, all right, he's making this much an hour.
Yeah.
This is his tips over the past 2 weeks. It's like when you do the math and everything.
Do you know the number?
I don't remember the number, but I was equating $28 an hour. And I did do overtime that week too, so I was...
Man, you were booking it, yeah. Jeez.
Oh yeah. And then for a good while there, we started doing like team up pairs, like the ones that work really, really good together, so we can continue putting out that good service. So it was me and Davino. and me and him were
Well,
kicking butt.
and I'm about to ask you about that. So, as movers, you're paired. Are you paired with this? Like, you know how police officers they have a partner. Mm-hmm. Are you paired mostly with that person every move, or is different?
It's different for the most part, but if they can have continuity and everything, they tend to lean towards it, see which people work a little bit better with others
Right.
than everything like that. As long as we are going out there making our customers happy, getting good reviews, making sure nothing's damaged,
Right.
like everything's protected, they're happy.
What is your opinion on a bad moving partner? Who like what kind of irks you from a
Oh
as a
man,
moving partner?
someone who likes to cut corners, honestly.
Yeah.
Because like me, I was really big on customer satisfaction and everything.
Exactly.
I was very big on earning my bonuses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're cutting corners, like you're not patting and wrapping, or you're like, just throw a blanket over here, or
Right.
you're not disassembling something where you know when we move it around, it's going to create damage and everything like that. That bothers me like no, nothing else.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my biggest pet peeve on the move. Stop cutting corners. It's
Yeah.
too easy to do the right thing because at the end of the move, customer's happy.
Yeah.
Because as soon as the customer's not happy, it's not a fun move.
The bad review too. Google review.
Because there's nothing worse than having a very, very tense environment
Yeah.
where you lifting this 300-pound dresser that was made in the 1920s.
Man.
That's a solid oak made by I still remember it. It was about all together because it was the dresser and then the mirror was very thick. All together it was about like 600 pounds.
Come on. So
Yeah.
it's three guys moving that, obviously, right? Or four?
So they didn't mention the weight, so it'd just be me and my partner. We got it.
No way.
We got
are
it.
Are you lifting it just your pure muscle, or you have like a certain like straps that you put around it?
So to be able to get out the room, we had to muscle it and everything because it was a tight space. But once we got an open area, we are able to get it onto a 4-wheel dolly. We actually had 2, luckily,
Man.
and we rolled it. But once we got to the truck, because of the angle, how long it was, we had to carry it and thug it up.
See, people don't know this is like a tough job because you walk in to a house or apartment, you don't know what
Yeah.
you're gonna,
Like you have an idea, but
Yeah.
if it isn't perfectly like communicated, it could be a little tough.
Yeah, man. Do you remember instance what was the most craziest thing you kind of like saw at a move you see like a big old bobcat or like a taxidermy bobcat or something like that?
So
Somebody's collection of, let's say, Teletubbies. I don't know, like
it was a collection. It was a Pops collection, and we had a packet. They had almost 1,000 of those little Pop figurines.
really.
Yeah, that like their all their walls were lined top to bottom Pops and everything like that.
And how much you think that runs for?
I have no idea.
Wow.
I couldn't even guess.
Gosh, do you collect things?
Oh, I used to. It's a very expensive habit. So I used to collect tattoos.
Yeah.
So I took a pause on that.
Yeah.
I plan on eventually doing that. And then Magic the Gathering cards.
Wow.
I'm a big old nerd.
Hey, that's cool. Everybody got their own, man. So, as a mover, what made you want to transition to the CSR role?
Honestly,
How did you transition?
so I just asked.
Yeah.
I hurt myself a little bit when I was over at the El Paso location and everything. I've always been pretty good at communicating. So when I hurt myself a little bit, I was still working. So I became their full-time on-site guide. So I would go into people's homes and everything,
Yeah.
inventory, talk to them, kind of sell them on what we provide and everything like that. And then from there, so whenever I started going to on-sites, our success rate of booking bigger moves for longer distance moves
Yeah.
increased.
Yeah.
So Juan saw that. He's like, "You want to come to the office?" I was like, "Yes," and he's like, "Done."
Shout out to Juan, man. Shout out to Juan.
Yeah, he really helped me quite a bit,
Man.
like big time.
And as as a CSR, you deal with a lot of people that are stressed about moving, right? They're you don't know what they're going through in life, so they kind of take it out on you. So how do you remain calm during those tough conversations where everything you say all right, it's a problem. You know, how do you remain calm as a CSR talking to a customer that's stressed out?
How do I remain calm?
Yeah. How do you make them feel comfortable and like, you know, because I know that's an intense call. Every day you have them.
So with those right there, it's just more. I don't know how to really explain how to remain calm. It's just kind of natural.
Yeah.
I think that's something that goes back to the military because they make you do all kinds of way more stressful stuff than a tough phone call. But honestly, to reel those customers back in, you just gotta have to stay calm.
Yeah.
And eventually, like, they mellow out to your energy and everything like that. And then from there, you just kind of explain, like, you break it down for them, whatever the issue is, whether they have an issue with why is it estimated to be so long, or why is the rate this way? Why can't I just whatever the question is? You just got it. You just, because you have to be confident, which I am confident in what the product I sell.
Yeah.
Because I'm confident in my guys.
Yeah.
I'm confident my guys are going to back up everything I'm telling them.
Right.
So and since I have that confidence, customers tend to feel that confidence in me as well.
One team, one dream. Now, is there an instance where a customer is like kind of poured out their heart to you? Like, do you remember a story where you kind of like felt for them, like, oh man, like you want to make this move right for them, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was a divorce situation that that was her high school sweetheart. Wow. She gave up everything for this man and everything, and she found out it was not the relationship she thought it would be. I'll leave it at that.
Right.
And she, of course, since she had became very reliant on him and everything, because the straight out of high school, housewife kind of thing, she had to find a job, and she had a finite amount of money to be able to do this move, and we found a way to make it work for her, make it make sense.
Because you're going through your high school. You said high school sweetheart.
You find out she was 39.
You got to start over.
Yep, she had to start over at 39. So it was like we understood the assignment. We did everything we could in our power to make sure that she got what she needed. Right. Got her moved out, and within as close to her budget as humanly possible. Yeah. And then even then, we still helped her out. We worked on it with her.
I hope she's doing all right now.
I hope so too.
Man, so and another thing during the, peak season, how crazy is that? Like, give me a peak season day.
Oh man, so I remember I had 4 moves scheduled. They were all small to medium. It was the week that me and Davino were rock and rolling together. Like, we're estimated to finish around like 6 o'clock in the day, but it ended up being like 9 something.
Wow!
Because of course, like, traffic plays a role. Yeah. Like those mentioned, there's stairs, but there's also a long walk to those stairs and everything. So just those little factors really add up in the day. And then one smaller job ended up taking much longer than need to because El Paso traffic with the construction over there, not fun.
Oh, you think El Paso, man, San Antonio traffic is crazier.
So what? West side El Paso traffic during peak traffic hours is worse. It is worse because you're not moving at all.
My goodness.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Do you think it's worse to, like, as a mover, work in the heat or in the cold?
Oh, in the heat.
Yeah.
In the heat, because in the cold and everything like that, once you get rolling, it's whatever. You're good. But in the heat, once you get rolling, it gets hotter.
It gets hotter, and it actually is a workout. You mentioned where you lost a couple pounds, or
Oh, so I've always been like this build and everything like that, the way I'm shaped right now. Right. But as a mover, I definitely was a lot more lean and everything because I honestly I wanted to just get through my day and everything. Yeah. Me and my partners will have like a quick little small lunch in between jobs and everything. Yeah. And then we're like, hey, let's go. Let's get to the next one and everything. So with the calorie deficit like that, I always start off in the morning, go to the gas station, buy the big old drink, Gatorade, lots of that crushed ice right there, and my big old water bottle.
How many gallons of water do you think you drink as a mover, or you
Oh,
recommend?
I recommend you drinking at least 1.5 gallons. Like during the summer,
Yeah,
I recommend you drinking plenty, and not just water. You need those electrolytes. If
I'm saying, yeah. What do you
Yeah.
do you have a do you do a diet or not a diet? But do you eat? Because you know you're gonna be on that truck and getting off, going up them stairs. Do you like have a plan? Like people like uh, grilled chicken every day, or it doesn't matter what you eat.
Oh yeah, I recommend eating clean,
Yeah.
chicken, rice, all those things that help you with energy. I recommend all of that.
Man, who needs a gym where you can just come in? That's what
Oh
they should do.
yeah,
Man in the truck fitness. That'd be a good idea, So
oh yeah. I've always recommended. It's like if you if you're like on the borderline, you're like you need a little umph.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than making money and working out.
yeah, that's cool. So I know that, like I said, you have a great personality, and we're gonna wrap this up. But I just want you to, look at the camera. Somebody's going through something, and they need like a motivation. What would you tell that person right now that needs it? It don't even have to be about it can be about anything, but there's somebody out there that's going through something, and like I said, you're just a positive guy. What would you tell them?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Without getting into the nitty gritty of my life and everything, I have definitely dealt with my fair share of unfortunate events. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
But what I will say is keep going. Things will get better as long as you allow them to get better.
Yeah. Well, that's it, man. Miles Davis, my brother. Appreciate you, man. First episode. This is The Big Move, presented by Two Men in the Truck. My name is Taylor Smith. We're signing out. Big time. Peace. That was awesome.